This was an interesting dive.
Sea to table fishing, I love it.
Everywhere is rocks.
Cheers
Woo!
to a great day.
This is a little scary. Everything's kind of rusty and sailing at 1 knot. Just hope I don't get eaten by a shark. This is just surreal.
Apparently your engine didn't really like that.
After backpacking, we decided to see the world by sailboat. We sailed from the Great Lakes of Canada and made it to the Bahamas, where the unexpected happened.
Still not able to start the engine.
And we're gonna have a feast.
We got a dolphin fish! Let's go! This is just epic.
It was time to venture away from Bimini, and we heard of 2 good snorkeling spots just south of here. We tied to a mooring ball at Turtle Rocks and jumped right in.
We were at Turtle Rock doing some spearfishing for the first time, and we got one. Still figuring out what kind of fish it is, but I'm pretty sure I've seen people spear them before. So we're gonna fillet it and eat it. Ha ha.
So what kind of fish have we got after all?
I think it's a parrotfish. We're not 100% sure, but it's got a mouth like a parrotfish, those sharp coral biting teeth. And yeah, it's not super meaty, but it'll be a little snack. Technically, you're not allowed to fillet it unless you're essentially prepping it to eat it, because they want to know what kind of fish they have or you have on board. But we're gonna eat this really soon, so I don't think it matters. These scales are so tough, like to cut through with the knife, and I also think we need a sharper knife. Our next stop, the SS Sapona Shipwreck, which you can even see from South Bimini. Any nibbles?
Nope. Nara and nibble.
Stop!
You ready to go?
I don't think we're gonna set it. We'll just go down below, dive on it, and find the nicest sand and just like poke it in. How much scope you got?
I've got 50 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's all we need.
Yeah,
We're gonna be so close to the boat.
Oh yeah.
It would have the wind would really have to pick up for us to drag anywhere. This 282-foot cargo steamer ran aground during a hurricane in 1926. It was initially supposed to transport troops during World War I, but was completed after the war. It was a casino and oil storage for a bit, and during the Prohibition era, it was a liquor storage near Bimini. It also turned into a bombing target for U.S. fighter planes during World War II.
This was an interesting dive. The water was pretty much freezing. You kept going through really cold current. I'm froze right now and I've been out of the water for a while. Then we get some warmer water inside the shipwreck, which was pretty cool. It was kind of nice actually inside the shipwreck. Tons of different corals, quite a few fish. Visibility wasn't as nice in there as Turtle Rock. It was still a neat experience, but I think I'm done with it. It's too cold, way too cold. So let's go to Gun Cay.
We are at 10 feet right now. Should be deeper here, so we got our 3 crewmen. Which way?
Everywhere.
Everywhere is rocks. All right, I'm cutting more north anyway. Yeah, it's getting deeper again. We're at 12 now. We just made it through Gun Cay Cut. It was a little bit more treacherous. All right, Will, can you pull that in, please?
Yep.
Yeah, I had to go more north. No, sorry, that's not what I meant. I mean pull in the jib sheet. I should have been more specific. Yeah, pull that in so we have more power. Because I need power. Thank you.
More?
No, that's it. That's perfect.
Tighten the jib sheet.
Really shallow over there. Beauty. We are at 15 feet. We're doing awesome. Pull it in a little more. Sorry, Will. It's just because I'm having to like turn up more wind, more into the wind. Perfect. That's great. That's great. Great crew, guys. You guys are all doing awesome.
Yeah.
Cheers!
To a great day.
And Gun Cay. Perfect little anchorage for tonight. So good.
So good.
Will got us so many coconuts, and with rum,
that's
the next level.
We have a stowaway. I found something in my shoes when I went to put them on. Almost stepped on him. We got a lizard. He's hiding. He's running. I don't know where he went.
Oh shoot. Oh, he's there.
There he is. Oh, he's so fast.
Gun Cay! This is really exciting. We just rode over from our sailboat and the island is uninhabited and it's a beautiful day, so we figured we'd go explore and check out the lighthouse.
Like, kind of like Hawaii. It's the only place we've ever seen that's kind of like this, with all the volcanic rock and right near some crystal blue water. It's really cool. I'm not sweating, this is just water that I've cooled myself down with.
So we made it to the end of Gun Cay, well, the southernmost point where there's a lighthouse, and I can see just across all of Cat Cay, well, the tip of it anyways. And this is also where yesterday we went through that cut. It was kind of narrow, shallow in some sections, and we had a bit of a swell coming in, but everything went smooth. We didn't run aground.
Hello! Hang on to the rail, I guess.
Hang on to the rail.
Actually, no, the wood itself is solid.
Yeah.
Up we go! One more floor. I think this is the roof though. Hopefully the ladder doesn't go through the floor.
This is a little scary. Everything's kind of rusty and falling apart maybe. It's probably still solid, but oh, this is really awesome.
Railing's been gone for a long time.
Oh yeah. The thing is it's windy. Yeah, you can see our boat.
It's a long way down.
Wow, this is quite the view. What you doing?
Just going one step higher.
Oh, you're crazy. I got the radio being like, we're in the top of the lighthouse, Canadian Whale.
And there's our boat way over there.
This is so freaking awesome, Steve.
Just barely gonna be long enough. Come on. Come on with it. Pretty sure this island should be, instead of Gun Cay, maybe Lizard Cay or Cay or whatever they call it, because there's just so many lizards, little skink type lizards, curly tailed lizards. We just saw a freaking massive iguana. I've never seen one that big. Probably like his tail was probably like that big, and his body without his tail was a good like that big. So yeah, pretty large. His head was like huge. Anyway, they're really skittish though. It's hard to get a shot of them.
We just left Gun Cay and we're sailing at 1 knot, maybe 2 knots. We're actually like cruising really slowly. So we're doing a bunch of fishing and we're trying to cross the Great Bahama Bank to make it to, still not sure yet, we'll decide when we get closer, but either go south towards Andros or go towards the Berry Islands. But I think it'll take us a while at this speed.
How you doing out there?
Oh, this is awesome. It's really warm, so jumping in the water is perfect. Just hope I don't get eaten by a shark and not look like bait.
There's just a big barracuda behind you. You're good.
What?
Nothing. You don't have any hooks on you.
No,
How are we supposed to catch anything?
I'm gonna lasso it. This is just surreal. We've been sailing, or actually motoring, for most of the day through the Great Bahama Bank, and it's so wide. It's kind of weird how we're in the Bahamas in between some islands, but it's that wide that you actually cannot see land anymore. So it's like a full 360 of nothingness other than swimming pool water. I can see the bottom still. It's kind of crazy. So I think we'll wait for the sun to set and we might just anchor in the middle of it and carry on tomorrow.
Well, we're in the middle of the ocean right now. Luckily it's nice and calm. We turned off the engine to eat some supper and some peace and quiet, and apparently our engine didn't really like that because now we can't start it anymore. So we're just reading about the engine a little bit, trying to figure out why it might not be starting. It did this once earlier before we left for Bahamas, but we figured it was the battery because we were using our AGMs and not our deep cycles, and we just figured maybe the battery was dropping down too fast. But we've tried both batteries, we've tried all the batteries. And it doesn't seem to want to make it turn over. The starter runs, but it's not actually catching. So trying to figure out if maybe it's timing or maybe our fuel isn't getting to the engine. I'm still not 100% sure, but it looks like we got some issues. Not a great morning. We're still not able to start the engine.
Stuff just keeps breaking over and over and over.
Everything could have went wrong, might have went wrong.
So it looks like we have found one of the many entrances of Captain Morgan's cave.
We're just underneath Morgan's Bluff, which is just up here, the highest point on Andros Island.
Wow, this is kind of cool. We are aboard Bath.
We're gonna hit the reef!
We just picked up the hook, under sail,